That's it. We're live. I'm sharing my screen right now. I'm sharing our Zoom screen. You can go to Twitch. You can check it out. But I'm Tom. I'm somebody who supposedly runs the Lift and Shift Foundation, and Dave and David are both here with me. We've just been chatting about what we do behind the scenes, but today is our first Battle of the Bots as a live stream, and I am super excited to do this. Yeah, everybody can chime in. It's not like a class or anything. This is us having fun, just like anybody else would if we were on Twitch playing Minecraft or Call of Duty or any other game today. We're gonna do something live in person. We're gonna play with some robots. And just a quick bit of background behind the foundation. It's a nonprofit. We're a 501c3, and our mission is to include veterans in science and technology through programs that kind of educate but also build confidence. So there are these barriers that everybody faces because science and technology and engineering and physics and things seem kind of hard, and they're not. It's just a lot of work and a lot of sticking to it when you need to do it. I have a bachelor's degree in engineering. It's not really a big deal. We don't need it to do any of the things that we're doing here today. This is all fun. It's all really cool. And, you know, I'm never the smartest person in the room because there's always somebody around who has done something more than me. I'm just the guy who's going to piece things together and help everybody, connect the dots between, what you think is accurate about science and technology and what it actually entails. So I'm not going to talk about me. I'm not going to talk about myself all day. Instead, I'm going to share something very quickly because I want us to be able to include other people. So instead, I'm going to share our website, weliftandshift.org. You can easily go here to sign up. You can click the Join Us button and sign up as a veteran or a supporter. And that's an easy way to sign up. If you want to learn more about some of the things that we're doing, like Thursday, we had a workshop where I hopped into Zoom and taught people how to code these robots in blocks. And we kind of, because it's just a handful of us, and we know each other, and we've programmed this stuff. That specific session kind of evolved into more of like a let's plan for things because we all know how to do this. But you can easily click on resources, go to this month at Lift and Shift, and you will see here's some old videos from Battle of the Bots that we do in person, and I'll talk about that in just a quick second. But here are design challenges that we host and other events. You can see there was a mission prep workshop, which is how do I do this? How do I make my robot go kind of thing. And on the 18th, we'll be hosting a training camp. After we're done, we'll hop into Zoom in 10 days or so, I don't know, 2 weeks, and learn how to do more. Learn what worked and what didn't work today. To talk about tactics, talk about how we learn more coding scripts, kind of with the blocks that we're using. That kind of fun stuff. I will also note that I have been talking to children's hospitals this week because I'm hosting a Tinkercad modeling Christmas edition. I like to teach people how to get into 3D printing as well, because I know it sounds complicated. It's not, I promise. But for on the 18th, we'll be modeling a few Christmas ornaments, and the goal is to model something that I can print in dozens and give to an organization that helps kids with cancer. So it's cool. We'll be giving back, and it'll be veterans who are doing it. So I'm always excited and happy to do that. But this is where you can find that kind of stuff, and we'll be adding more links. To be honest, this has been quite an undertaking just to create the Twitch screens and some of the videos and some of the collections of things. And I'm going to bring it back to our view here, because this whole time you have seen up in that corner probably a little robot, and I'm going to change my view because I'm going to talk about this robot for a quick second. Can I do that? Did that just happen? Hey, Dave.
Well, I'm seeing on the
You're really okay. We'll go back to this view. How about that? Fair. All right. So I'm just going to keep blabbering on then, because that's kind of what I expected to do while I'm here today. But I've got this robot here, and MakeBlock makes this robot. What they do is it goes. It's an open source controller, and it's going to go. It's going to code and do the things that we want it to do, and it's only going to do that. But the way we get to do that is in this website right here. So we piece together the code in this website, and as that happens, you can upload the code into your robot. And you'll see on the top corner, I already have an arena set up for today. So you probably see me dropping that down. I'm going to be running back and forth between my screen right here and over there, which is 10 feet in my apartment, set up for this match. And our robots are going to have a little sumo battle. So I've taken the initiative of coding one of the robots. The robot on the right has been coded with a basic set of instructions that tell it to go forward, and when it encounters something, it's going to try to move and go and keep going forward. But Dave here, on the other hand, has submitted some code just a minute or two ago, and I'm going to go through the process of uploading that code this time, the first time, and say, here, look, here's how I'm getting the code from Dave. I'm uploading it into the robot, and then we're going to have our robots go at it. They're going to have the little sumo battle. They're set up on a mat with a black line, and this robot has on the bottom of it a line sensor so that it can tell if it's following a line or not. And it has these two little eyes, right? It works like a bat. It sends out a signal. It sends out a sound that we can't hear, and it bounces off things and comes back. As it does that, it does some quick math and says, oh, that thing must be X distance away. And it gives us the ability to detect objects. Or it gives the robot the ability to detect objects. So we're going to tell the robot that if there's an object there, it should do something. And that's how the sumo battle is going to go for today. So I'm going to go back over there, which is a second. And we're going to turn this on. I'm going to set this up. We're going to go into our code. I'm going to open a file from my computer. I'm not going to save what I'm doing right now. I'm going to open up Dave's file and check it out. So Dave sent me these files, and he's got an mbot file here. He's got a ranger file here, and this robot is the ranger, so I'm going to use that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a block very quickly, because I've done this with the other robot, to pause for 2 seconds at the beginning of the code. So that gives me, as the operator, the opportunity to get out of the way, so I'm not run over by the tank in the process. And that's it. Now I'm going to plug in the robot. This is the complicated part, is that everybody's remote. We are nowhere near each other. Hopefully you just heard my USB connect and some beeping and things. So I'm going to turn this robot on so that it's powered up so that it can accept the code. I'm going to connect through the USB on COM3. And there's another beep. We are connected. We are uploading Dave's code. Dun 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 dun. Dig it. I'm fired up. And Dave's code is going. Dave's robot is doing things. Oh, and a battery just popped out. Boo! Boo! Okay. So let's disconnect quickly. And we're going to solve some tech issues on the fly, because a battery literally popped out of the battery box as the code was uploading. So I don't know if it got all the way uploaded. And I don't know if I can reach this battery from where I am. Check it out. My big fat fingers are going to get that battery back in there. Look at that. Yes, yes! And this is the kind of thing that happens when we do this in person. I will show maybe a video of that later. But yes, the robots sometimes come apart and fly off tables or off of steps and things, and that does happen. So I'm going to re-upload this code because the battery popped out. And here we go. So the first step is plugging in the USB. Boom, boom, boom. I want to turn on the power. And I think this robot did upload the code, but I'm going to go back to my code screen. And I'm going to connect again and upload the code again because we don't know that the code actually made it all the way. I mean, it said it was good, but then the battery popped out right away. So just to be on the safe side to make sure the code works, there it is. Code has been uploaded. No battery popping out, no crazy things. Also no indicator. So here's, I'm going to turn the power off just for a second. The lights kind of stay on, that's the awkward part. Unhooked. Okay, here we are. I'm going back to the mat. Actually, no, first, I will give the big reveal. Hope this is exciting. Dun dun dun! Check it out. There's the pre-programmed sumo battle bot. And here we go. We're going to sit down. Contestant number 1, Dave. So here's how the match is going to work. I'm going to turn on both bots. I'm going to step back. I'm going to kind of judge. These robots aren't specifically designed or coded today to stay on the line or to flash lights and things if they fall off the line. So I'm gonna call time like a referee, and we're gonna do 2 out of 3, and we'll come back and maybe we'll look at it. We'll give the chance to update some of the blocks in the code, and Dave will get to send me a new set of code live from his. He's like hundreds of miles from me, so we're doing this actually through Zoom and Slack right now, but. This is kind of the fun part that happens behind the scenes, and it's the closest we come to doing this in person, which happens not as frequent thanks to COVID. So I'm going to go over here, and you're probably going to see me disappear. I'm going to set these up. I'm going to set them to go, and they both have a 2-second delay. So here we go. Ready? Go. Oh! Oh, look at him go! Look at him go! I don't know what happened here. Oh! Oh! Do we call it? Do we call it? Oh, he's coming back! He's coming back! Do we go? Do we go? Oh, no, no, no! That is hysterical. Oh, oh! Dave, your robot left. Okay.
I'm having technical difficulties with watching the stream, so.
That is amazing. It was amazing, and you will see videos of it later. I promise.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But that was amazing. That was such a good battle, and I'm going to declare the factory bot. I'm going to call him our lift and shift bot. I'm going to declare him the winner for first of 3, and I'm going to set these guys down again. Here we go. And ready? Go. And they're off. Oh, 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 oh. Davey, turn around again. Oh, no. Done. Done, but I think he turned off. There's another battery drop. That is hysterical.
Wait, so the left one won this time, right?
I think the left one won, but I think the lift and shift bot hit the power button and turned off the Dave. So we may have to call that a draw. Because the Dave bot has no power. The power turned off. Somehow when he wrote up the back, he turned the power off. That is awesome. But we're gonna have to take we're gonna have to take a tiny second here for break, so I can slip this battery back in, or all of these batteries. That was amazing. In fact, I'm gonna come back to the big screen for a minute. Well, we leave the Dave bot there. Hi, hey, because I've got to reach in here. In fact, I already have wrenches and things out so I can reach better. I'm gonna unattach the robot brain so I can reach the batteries and reseat all of them in the lift and shift bot. And when I've done this before with our smaller M-bots, I usually stick stickers all over them, like NASCAR. These two didn't get the NASCAR treatment today, but they will soon. Because we do have a few sponsors that are not in any stream, they're not shown anywhere here, like Masterclass, who gives us access to a year of their masterclass.com platform, but also the obvious ones. Amazon Smile donates to us when people buy through Amazon Smile, the Giving Assistant, and a prescription benefit plan. Clever RX actually sponsors us, and they provided a prescription benefit card. It's not an insurance thing. It's like GoodRx. They're like a GoodRx competitor, and they let us share that program with everybody else for free. So that is kind of cool. And if you have been a veteran and you've had to transfer out of the military basically and be stuck without health care because you're in that kind of limbo where the VA might not be taking care of you yet, and you have medical bills that add up, I found that it was uniquely helpful, especially from my personal experience being a dual military member family. My ex-wife was also in the military. There were times when we had to discuss whether or not we were going to have to pay out of pocket for Cobra to extend our health care, that kind of stuff, dental plans, everything else. So these are programs that we've signed on to because we think they help other people. But I got the robots all powered back up here. So we're going to go for match 3 of the first round.
Match 3.
Yes. So back to regular view. The lift and shift bot is coming back to the Dave bot. And so we're going to say the lift and shift bot has won, and there's one draw. Actually, we can't say draw, so we'll give the Dave bot a round 2, even though he shut off afterward. Which I'm still stunned. That is amazing. All right, are we ready? Let's go. Go. Do it. The Dave bot's they're both leaving.
And they're both leaving.
Okay. We're going to give that one to the lift and shift bot because they both I guess they both decided they were done collectively. And that was actually really cool. Okay, so I'm going to bring both the robots back. And I'm going to give Dave a chance to make some edits to some code here. We're going to go back. Hi there. And I'm going to mark these now because I had no way to mark them. They both look identical to me, so I can't tell which one was which now that I just picked them up and brought them back to the table. So I'm going to take a second to mark them, which was a poor assessment on my part. And I'm just going to grab some athletic tape that I have sitting around, just like this. And I'm going to add it to the front of the Dave bot. You probably won't see that, but I will know it. And we will sticker these bad boys up with some logos and stuff for the next time we do this next month, if we don't do it sooner. I'm already fired up. That was amazing. And let's see if we can make our instant replay happen. Oh, I think I did the instant replay wrong. So it's possible we're not going to do the instant replay, and I'll have to come back here again and figure out how we do the instant replay the right way, because I spent last night setting up instant replay so we could watch the match as it happened, and that's not going the way I anticipated. So what I'm going to do behind the scenes here is I'm going to take what I think is the lift and shift bot, since I mixed them up here. I'm going to code him with the lift and shift code. So I'm going to share that view very quickly. I'm going to open from my computer my basic bot code. I'm going to plug in my robot so you can hear it go, turn it on, and I'm going to connect on COM3. And here we go. I'm just going to upload my code. In fact, I'm going to talk about my code for just a minute, because my code was very, very simple. The lift and shift bot code is very simple. I'm going to let it upload first. Then I'm going to pick apart my code for a minute, and also give Dave the opportunity to take a peek at the code and figure out if he can do something creative to bash it. So the lift and shift bot is now coded with those blocks, and he's going back into the arena. He's just going to chill. He's shut off, turned off, down, and here we go. So I'm gonna take a quick peek at our code. I'm gonna explain some of the blocks. So this first block up here is when the ranger starts up. That's kind of like a mandatory thing. And I mentioned a minute ago, but I had it set to wait for 2 seconds so they don't go right away, so I can get out of the way. Because I'm the referee, I'm not supposed to be in the way. You know, if you're watching a football game or a hockey game or something, and the ref gets in the way, usually it takes away from the gaming experience. Same thing with boxing, MMA, any kind of thing. The refs are not supposed to be part of the game, and they are not here either. I don't want to get run over by a robot. But then it starts this loop where forever it's doing all this stuff, and basically I have the lift and shift bot set so that it's moving forward at 50% all the time until something gets close to it. Then it starts to do all these different moves where it turns right and left and changes power and in position and things, and then it goes back to going forward all the time. And every time it detects something in front of it, it puts on this set of moves, kind of like if you are I don't know, a football player, if you are Emmett Smith, Barry Sanders, you know, some running back. I'm old, so those are the examples I'm using. But when you have a player in front of you and you're trying to get by them, you will deke them, move them, roll, spin, whatever. This is just the set of blocks that I've done that are blue right here that are the equivalent of you know, what you might be playing if you were playing like Madden football on the Xbox or something, and you press the spin move. This is the equivalent of that. Instead of the spin move, we're not pressing a button. We're having the sensor tell us when the spin move happens, and that's how I'm going to equate it for now, because it's easy to kind of piece together the video game component of it. And this is very much just like a video game. We're controlling characters, and these are live characters. These are real robots. That's the thing that we're doing here is we're coding real gamer bots. It's a little guy right here. This the Dave bot is a Dave bot. And Dave, you can chime in whenever you have some edits to code.
Yeah. I don't. The only thing I'm changing is the timing.
Okay. Cool.
But I think we're gonna leave it at that.
So I'm gonna quickly play a video from one of the older events while you're doing that. So at the Lift and Shift Foundation, we actually do this in person. This started as an event where veterans come together with their families and do this as a group, and we break out some tablets. I break out smaller robots. They're the same company that makes them, but they're smaller robots. And I took some videos from earlier this year when and there's Dave holding up the M-Bot that we actually use, and I'm going to show a video from earlier this year because we held this sumo battle event in person. So here it goes. Let's see if my replay goes. There we go. So this was veterans and their families doing the same sumo battle with the smaller robots. And I set this to replay in a loop, so you're going to see them come back. You're going to see them set their robots in a line. Same process, same procedure. Their robots go at it, and once they get near each other, they put on some moves. And this is like a half-day thing. This is a full day of basically playing in this block setting and learning how to do things like make your robot go forward, make your robot turn right, turn left. How do you connect your robot to the tablet, the laptop? How do you upload this code? There's a lot of things that happen for an all-day event. So it's cool and it's fun, and I encourage people to sign up. And if you're here in New York City, come out the next time we do this. I'm working on scheduling the next event now, but we've kind of been sidelined a bit this year. Obviously, there's this crazy virus that's been trying to kill everyone, so I'm going to come back here and say that it's fun to do. We try to throw some snacks in. And it's a few hours long. It takes a few hours to build up the skills to be able to do this stuff yourself. So that's why for the online component here, where we're doing this in Twitch, but we're also hosting a few workshops offline, off of Twitch, where you can figure out this stuff in a half hour, an hour, that kind of thing. And the goal is you can do this. This is easy. This is not very complicated stuff. Let me go back and show you that screen again. These are blocks that we snap together. It's just like Legos. And while I'm talking, Dave is in the background just making little changes to the timing and sequence of his codes. If I were to zoom in,
getting ready to send it over here.
So if I zoom in on these blocks, you can see there are numbers in them. Like wait 2 seconds, so you can change some of the numbers. That's basically what Dave's doing. Is he's not really changing the blocks. He's changing all the numbers, and that's actually kind of cool. So, and I completely did not do my fancy starting video, so we'll do that in a second. And I'm also going to set up another camera while we're chatting. If I can. Yeah, I can. Dun, dun, dun. And we're gonna go back while we're setting up another little bit here. I'm gonna replay.
Best 2 out of 3.
Our video from earlier this year, and you can see some of the code happening right there. Oh, and Dave has shared a file, so I'm actually gonna pause now. Instead of setting up more equipment, I'm gonna go through the process quickly of getting Dave's software, getting Dave's code, getting Dave's instructions, his set of blocks into the DaveBot. So I'm downloading Dave's set of blocks right now. And I'm going to open from my computer Dave number 1. And there we go. So we've got this new MBot Ranger code. And I know it's new because...
Take that second one that I sent.
Yes, oh wait.
The file names are the same, that's why I said make sure you take the newest.
Yep, yeah, I got it. I know it's your new one because you added the wait 2 seconds block.
Yep.
Cool. All right, so that's it right there. We're going to set up the DaveBot with the plug the DaveBot is now connected to the browser. And I'm going to hold the DaveBot in my hand because I need to turn him on. And you can hear him kind of going crazy because he thinks he's on the mat already. We're going to connect the DaveBot through the USB on COM3. We're going to upload the Dave code to the DaveBot. And you can see that this is all built on the Arduino microcontroller. So these are all open source kind of software and hardware parts. Kind of. These are made by a company that adds a few extra pieces of hardware. But that's it. There we go. And I do not see my friendly little robot here. Oh. Okay. You got the line sensor going. All right. We are ready to go back to the mat. Dun, 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 dun. Here we are. We're set up. I'm going to come back with some cameras. Are we ready? Our contestants are on the mat. One quick second while I grab some external video. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, ready? Set, start, go. Oh, 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 where are they going? Oh, I think did the DaveBot give up? Oh, he's off the line. He's off the line.
Oh.
I think his code probably tells him to stop when he's off the line. I didn't analyze your code, so I'm not quite sure if that's how it happens or not.
I think that was in there. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna give round one to the lift and shift bot. And we're gonna come back, set them back to start, and we're gonna go for round two of match 2. Are we ready? Go. Begin. Get it, robots. Oh, they're doing it. Oh, but I think the DaveBot came off the line though. Oh no, he's still fighting. He's still fighting. Oh, he's definitely off the line now though. I think that's cheating on the lift and shift bot's part because A, he's just not giving up, but he's also off the line. So maybe we'll disqualify him. We'll have to see how this goes here. We'll set up for round 3 of match 2. Are we ready? And Dave, maybe we do this third round, and you can see what happens if you just take out the line following code.
Okay. Unfortunately, I can't see anything. The Twitch on my side is just being.
Ooh, it's okay. It's okay. You will definitely share. I will definitely share the videos. We're gonna go for round 3 of match 3 of round 2. Ready? Go. Oh yes, he lights up when he's off the. I see your code now working. When that light turns on, he's checked out.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. I see what he's put up the white flag, the white light, so to say.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think technically the DaveBot won that, even though the lift and shift bot was not giving up. So that was kind of cool. But I'm going to bring them back and give Dave the opportunity to redeem himself one more time. by changing the code here, if you, I'm looking at your code right now, and I see the very first if statements are if left or right black, and
oh yeah,
I think that means as long as one of the two happens, maybe you add another block underneath at the very bottom.
At the very bottom?
Yeah, outside the ifs, but inside the forever. That says that he just goes forward or something.
Okay.
That way he could go back on the... we're kind of like letting them go off the mat, basically.
Oh, okay.
So as long as he's still going, I'm cool with it. And I'm disappointed that I couldn't make my instant replay work, because I would have showed that I was watching your code, and what I saw was your robot is going forward and turning and doing these things, and then he's turning on the light when he doesn't see the line under him anymore.
Okay.
That's what I thought I saw. I don't see that in here though, because the light colors. The lights turn off. That's what it is.
Oh, the lights turn off?
Yes, you have your lights turn green and blue lights turn on.
Yep.
And when I see the white light show up, it's because he's off the line.
Oh, okay.
So the white light is on when the robot's on, basically. So I was seeing the white light because there was no green or blue light on.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm going to leave the lift and shift bot with his code in place, and I'm going to toss him back in the match. Boom. And I'm gonna take a couple peeks at the code, your last bit of code, which is actually really cool because you have two separate if statements. Basically, forever you're asking two questions. You're telling your robot to ask two questions.
Right, we're moving forward.
Yes.
If we get moved, we want to correct.
Yep. So and that's you're asking your robot, is there a line? Is there a line under the left side of your sensor, or is there a line under the right side of your sensor?
Yep.
And then you're asking, which is cool because this is a component of coding. When you add a conditional statement like that, an if statement is called a conditional statement in code, and what you've done is you've added a conditional statement inside the instructions of another conditional statement, and that creates a nested loop or a nested structure where you're creating more than one option inside of that if statement, basically. So you're nesting statements that could give you more than one option. So if it's not just am I on the left side or am I going off the right side, it's you could be going off the right side, but you could also be in contact with the other sumo wrestler.
Yeah.
So that gives you potentially four options.
Yep.
Out of your nested statements, and you can continue to do that if you wanted to. I dig that you could. There are different ways to structure this. That's the cool part about all of this, is there's no right way or wrong way to do it. So I'm just going to keep looking at all of this, and so when I'm looking at it, it's your robot is only moving forward when it is on the line, either by the left or the right side of the line, but it's only moving forward. What you might want to do is change, and I'm going to let you code, and I'm gonna pick apart the code that you have here, and not pick it apart pick it apart, but I'm going to change one block. And I'm going to add one block in, which is a left wheel turns at power 50 while right wheel turns at power 50. And I'm going to snap that block in to both sides of your if statement. So, and I'm going to change the numbers so that if your guy is detects a left line, a line on the left, that means he's too far to the right. So I'm going to have him turn stronger left than right. So I'm going to change his code block quickly to, we'll do 75% to the left and 50% to the right. And then I'm going to do the opposite for your right-hand side. So this code that I've just created here will have your robot take a quick shift back toward the center of the line.
Right. And I think that's what I was trying to get in
Yeah.
my head.
Yep.
Not being able to play with a robot.
Yep.
I wasn't able to see.
Yeah. That's the cool part about doing this. Is I mean, we're obviously hundreds of miles apart, but you are literally playing with a robot right here. and we're still able to talk through this as a group, which is cool. And I'm going to save this set of blocks. I'm going to save this to my computer as another set of blocks because I may take a peek at that later or share that with you later. So you can take a peek at that and see what I did and see if that works. You could probably remodel it into your MBot.
Yeah.
And see if the MBot does the same thing. And I specifically mentioned that Dave has an MBot because everybody on the design team has an MBot. That's the one thing that I made sure of at the beginning of having a design team work behind the scenes is everybody needs to have one of these robots to access. So we have never used these Rangers before. This is the first time we're breaking out the Ranger. I sometimes use it as a demonstration in some events, but we use the MBot all the time in our events, and I'm going to show that again.
That's 2 out of 3.
Right there. So this is a smaller MBot that Dave has, and Dave can test out code and do things with this MBot. You might have seen him show it off earlier.
That's 2 out of 3.
There it is. That's the MBot. That's actually something we did in February. And I may be able to add another source.
That's 2 out of 3.
Media source right there.
Go.
New source. I'm going to add another file very quickly.
That's 2 out of 3.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
Okay. Dun, dun, dun.
That's 2 out of 3.
I can't move it.
2, 1.
Go.
But I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's not helping me out so much because I can't share it. Hold on, I'm getting there. Right there. There's our robots from earlier, even earlier than February.
Yeah.
Navigating a maze. Okay. So you can see them setting the robot down. The robot goes, and once it gets close to a wall in the maze, takes a turn. Gets close to a wall in the maze, takes a turn. And gets close. Oh, almost. Almost. There he is. He gets out of the maze.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So these are the
That's 2 out of
robots
3.
that we use in these events.
Go.
And there they go. They're off. Awesome.
That's
I
2 out
dig
of
it.
3.
3, 2.
And now we're back. This is our online arena. You probably noticed in the background is that same maze set up as the boundary. and I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this robot while Dave's doing cool stuff. Since I can't show the replays, and that's really the part that's kind of like I want to. Well, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer every day. So what we were talking about earlier is this robot has a line sensor on the bottom right here, and the line sensor has two sides. So there's a block right here and a block right here, and they are left and right. And what they do is they shine an infrared light, kind of like the light that comes out of your remote control, and it shines it down, and physics, science things happen, and only a certain wavelength is reflected back. So depending on the color underneath, you get a different light shining back into the little light. And that's how this robot senses whether it's on a line or not, whether it's over a light color material or a dark color material. And then I mentioned this earlier, but this robot also has an ultrasonic sensor on the front. And what that does is this sends out a sound like a bat that we can't hear, and it bounces off things and comes back, and it can tell how far stuff is based on how long it takes that sound to bounce back and forth, just like a bat. Because bats have terrible vision; they can't see. I don't know how they fly around so fast with just using sonar, but that's what happens. This is also technology the Navy's been using for decades, that kind of stuff. So those are the two big features of this specific robot that we're using today. There's also all kinds of other bells and whistles in the brain, and there are things like, I think there's a temperature sensor in there. I think there's a I see more blocks. I'm going to download Dave blocks right now from the Dave code. This is the Dave instructions, and we're going to set up our robot. So I'm going to go back to the Tinker, or the Make Block page. I'm connecting the Dave robot right now, and the Dave robot is connected. So we're going to connect using COM3. Super. The Dave robot is connected right there. I'm going to open a new file from my computer. And I'm going to open this one, because that looks like the newest one.
Is the being, yeah, it looks like white. Looks like it's white.
Yep, yeah, you've changed things to white. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so Dave has updated some code here. Dave is telling his robot to do a few things. Nope. We are connected. Okay. We'll do this number. Connect again. No device. Boo! No device. That's not cool. Let's try. Oh, 2.4G. Look at that. Oh, because they have new devices. So this is a problem that actually happens a lot when we do this in person. There are connection issues. Only one device can be connected at a time. So I'm going to unplug the USB, and sometimes this is our computers retain certain things in their USB settings. So there we go. Connect. I don't think COM4 is the right device. Oh, it says device connected. Okay. So let's try to upload. I'm going to turn the power on. Processing code. Arduino's compiling. Yes, and there it is. Code upload failed because that is not the right device. So what I will do is unplug, delete, open a new project. Oh, nope, wrong. And I will try to connect again. And sadly, we are not connecting. Let's try a new file, a different file. Let's try the Nope. Don't save. We're going to open up the basic bot file, which is just the Ranger. Try to upload, and no connectable devices. So I'm going to see if I have some USB issues, maybe. We're going to open a new screen, and I'm going to delete the sprites that show up, the devices. We're going to open a new file from computer. We're going to go with block number 2. And there we go, we can connect. We are connected. We are uploading. Sometimes the browser can't connect to the USB controller. There we go. Code has been uploaded. Nothing crazy has happened. No more crazy signals. So I'm going to power off our robot. Our big guy is unplugged. The Dave bot is headed back to the arena. Dun dun dun! Here we go. Here we go. I'm back. We're back for round 3. Ready? Here we are. Ready? Match 1. Go. Dope. 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 Well, the good news is the DaveBot is immovable. And the lift and shift bot just cannot go. Cannot move him. He's an immovable object. I think this is amazing. He's given up. The lift and shift bot has given up. He's checked out. I think he's tapping out. Yes, I just hear motors whining at this point, so I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it for the Dave bot. There we go. Let's get these guys back on the line. we'll go for round 2. So the DaveBot strategy there was not moving at all. I'm not quite sure why. It could have to do with the line, like the line sensing white.
Yeah, it could be.
But we're going to go for match 2 for round 3. Ready? Go. Yet again, same strategy for the DaveBot. Seems to be paying off. That is amazing. He just sits there. He doesn't move, and the lift and shift bot can't do anything. I don't know why I think that's funny, but it just is to me. He's like he's not giving up. He just keeps going and going and going. And the DaveBot is just sitting there unfazed, like, stop touching me. But wait, there it is. The lift and shift bot pushed the DaveBot off the line, so he's come back. Oh no! They're going off the mat. I'm gonna call that one for the lift and shift bot. He made it off the mat. That was amazing. That took forever. And the DaveBot strategy was of being immovable worked until he got off the black line. So I'm gonna try this third one, something different. Here's what we're gonna try for the third one. Since the line was the factor in the DaveBot taking action, I want to see the DaveBot code work. So we're gonna place them just out of range of the line, so they're gonna start on the white.
Okay.
And match 3 of round 3, the tiebreaker here is going to go to one of these two, but they're going to start, and they're both of their codes should go this time. So here we go. Ready? Go. Do it. And they're off. Yes. Oh, batteries are out.
Oh, goodness.
Robot down. And the lift and shift bot is just adding insult to injury. Stop. You're beating a dead horse. Okay, so we got to get back to the lift and shift bot because the DaveBot flipped over. And batteries came flying out again. Which is amazing. But cool. Alright, so I think at this point in time, let's come back to chat here for a minute. I'm going to set aside the lift and shift bot. And Dave, this was actually amazing.
Yeah, I totally didn't know what was going to happen when I changed it to the white.
Yes, I think I button hooked you because I start them on the line.
Yeah.
But this thing about the batteries, if you want to go one more round, we can go one more round.
I don't mind.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. Twitch is behind, like, terrible.
Yeah, it's probably not as much fun for you right now because you can't see the action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is more for us to play and have fun ourselves. If it's not as much fun for you, I mean, we've been at this for an hour. Actually, over an hour if you count the.
No, yeah, it's just I can't see what's going
Yep.
on with Twitch. I mean, it's way behind.
I hear you. So what how about we give a quick wrap up? I'll share the website again and all that fun stuff, and we can chat later today about how we set up the next one.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, cool. Because
I just now got the video where my bot was the one that flipped.
yes, kind of cool though, right? This is fun stuff. Cool. Well, I'm not gonna struggle with the batteries then. I'm actually.
Yeah, let's call it, and yeah, we can definitely.
I'm just gonna set the big guy aside and say thank you because this was fun. This is like the coolest thing I've done in my apartment ever.
Yeah, this is definitely great.
Which is it's kind Well, it's not necessarily a good or a bad thing, but this kind of stuff happens frequently here in New York City. We were on a schedule of doing this at least once a quarter in person, and I'm gonna share some
Best 2 out of 3.
replay video again. This was one of our last events earlier this year. We tried to beat the pandemic out, and you can see this stuff
Best
happens.
2 out of
But
3.
3, 2,
I'm going to go back to our video and our screen here and say that all this happens if you go to We Lift and Shift. You can sign up. You can sign up to join us. You can sign up as a veteran. You can do this. You can get involved. You can go to the resources section here, and there are activities you can find this month. If you sign up, you'll get an email every month that reminds you that there's something new going on. And here's where you can find out design challenges. You can design a 3D file. I think this month, are we doing a trophy? Yeah, it's a mini trophy. So maybe sometime these events will break out a trophy. And you can see other workshops. There are other workshops here. We're going to do a training camp on the 18th. We're going to regroup. We're going to talk about the mat. Maybe we improve the mat. Maybe we figure out how the mat interacts with the robot and how the robot interacts with the mat. We're also going to figure out how the robots can do different things with the sensors, with the batteries. Maybe we talk more about making the arena more stable or the robots more maneuverable. So those are all things that'll happen at the training camp on the 18th. And I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and just say that I'll probably end by thanking sponsors. There's things that people can do. Nobody ever has to donate. Veterans don't donate. We don't ask veterans for money for anything we do. But if any of these things are helpful to you, they also donate to us when you use them. So you can feel free to snoop around. And that's my soapbox. That's it. That's all I'm going to say about it for now. Cool. I'm going to say thanks one more time, and I will see you in chat. I'm going to get a snack because behind the scenes we've been at this since like 11. I've been at this since 10. But yeah, I'm going to grab a snack, and I'll see you on Slack later. All right.
Take care.
Let's see what happens with the instant. I'll bet the instant replay happens when I sign off.